I was talking with a client today that said that she felt like she wasted her entire 26th year of life on her ex. That she was with him for a year, and if she wouldn't have been with him, then she would have been happier, she could have accomplished so much more, she would have found love, and she just feels like it was all for nothing, and that makes it extremely painful. I've seen how this type of thinking can keep people chasing after an ex and chasing after a relationship, continue investing mentally and emotionally into a relationship that really doesn't have anything left for them in it. So have you ever felt that way? Do you feel that way right now? Do you feel like you wasted all of your time, and because you can't find any meaning in it, you're angry with yourself, you can't forgive yourself, and you can't move on? And if you feel that way, then here's an example from my life that I hope helps. My name is Cole Zesger, by the way. I'm a breakup coach. If you'd like to work with me, click the link in the description. But for me, the similar example comes from what I wanted to do before I did this. Because believe it or not, I did not plan my entire life to be making TikToks and YouTube videos and Instagram videos about breakups and relationships. I wanted to be a doctor before this. I wanted to be an eye surgeon. So before this, I went to college. I graduated with a biomedical science degree. After that, I was in a nonprofit that we saved $86,000 of medical costs for people who couldn't afford to go to the doctor. I got a 97th percentile score on the MCAT. I was an anatomy teacher at the college for 2 semesters for some nursing students. I worked in an eye doctor's office for 2 years, got a lot of hours. I got a good GPA, and then I finally applied to 25 medical schools, and I got rejected from every single one. And it was really hard. And after that, I applied again the next year, and 25 again. This time I bought a $5,000 medical school application coach, and I got rejected again from all 25 to 50. And I had no idea what I did wrong or what I could do better, any of that. It all felt like a major waste, that I worked so hard, I'd spent so much money just applying, including that coach and the cost it took to apply. I spent about $12,000 applying, years of my life for nothing. And it was really hard. And eventually I started this. Instagram, TikTok took off, YouTube's kind of taken off, and I was able to do this as a full-time income. But every time I would go into a hospital, I would feel like I wasted so much of my life, and that was so disappointing for me. And I felt a lot of bitterness because I'd see people as doctors and thought, I could do that. Why are these people so much better than me? Why do they get in and I don't? And a lot of my friends got in, and it was really hard. And I kind of just was bitter for a couple of years. And it wasn't until one day that I thought about what I do now, that I help people through a crisis when they're feeling like their lives are over, they're going through heartbreak, they don't know what their future is going to be. I've learned different tools like attachment styles, different types of life coaching, parts theory that I can use to help them get through these troubles. And I thought about what I wanted to do as a doctor. I really, really wanted to teach people things that gave them peace when they were struggling and help them out of a crisis. And I realized, oh cool, I get to do that now. And another thing, when I was studying for the MCAT, that test, I studied 7 hours a day, every day for 9 months. I watched YouTube videos at 3 times speed and took notes and took that test. And through that, I learned how to learn. I learned how to be self-motivated. I learned to view myself as someone who's intelligent. When I was a professor at that college, I learned how to teach people online. It was during COVID, so I'd teach people, and now I do that with my group clients. So I was able to see that everything that I learned on that path actually prepared me for where I am now. And it's not where I thought I'd be, but it all ended up getting me there. So if you feel like your entire relationship was a waste, you feel like you have no idea why you had to go through all that crap, you don't know why you had to be abused in that way or lied to, you're thinking, I'll just have trust issues forever now, I have no idea how I'll recover or how anyone will measure up to my ex, I wish I never would have been in that situation. The way out and the way you can get past what's called a sunk cost bias, where we put so much effort into something and we want a reward, and since we don't get the reward yet, we keep wanting to put effort in. The way you can get out of that is if you can connect what you learned to the path that you're on now. And it's not going to be easy, because if you're just going through a breakup right now, then you might not be anywhere. You might not know where you're going. So keep taking little steps, and eventually you'll get somewhere, and you'll be able to look back and see how it got you there. But what you can start with now is just look and name and write down every little thing that you learned from the relationship and treat them like treasures. I learned what I don't want in a relationship. I learned about attachment styles. I learned what to look for in early dating so I don't end up in an anxious, avoidant relationship trap. Codify those little things, and I can promise you that with each thing that you take from the relationship, it's going to feel like less of a waste. It's going to feel like more worthwhile to you, and you're going to be able to let go easier and move on. So I hope that helps. Let me know in the comments if you have anything else that you're struggling with right now. It's funny, these videos keep ending up like right at 5 minutes. I guess that's just how many thoughts I have. But please like and subscribe if you like this. Right now, about 90% of people who view these are not subscribed. So please subscribe if you enjoy the content, and I'll keep making them. See you next time.